Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the easiest and most fun way to make these little pom-poms. So I know these are like popular and they're back again. If you remember when you were a kid, you may or may not have done this where you took a fork and wrapped it around the fork. But now you have brands like We Are Memory Keepers that sell, this is a package of 3. It comes with the large, medium, and small of the pom-pom makers. And at Hobby Lobby, they're $7.99. I used a 40% off coupon, which I think it made about $5.30, something like that. Or you can get them from Amazon for about, I think $7.60 if you want to just order it online. But I purchased these. They're so easy to use. And then the yarn that I got, I just get these little small things of yarn right here. They come from Hobby Lobby in a package just like this. And they're 99 cents. And like this week, they were for 30% off. So you get them for around, what, 70 cents, something like that. So super affordable. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the large, medium, and small today. And then I'm going to show you how to trim them up and everything. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm fixing to be doing like a whole birthday party decor. So I wanted you guys to have this video for the hats that we're going to be making. But you can use these to make streamers like this or put them on anything. People are making earrings and just tons of stuff, keychains. So when you purchase this, it's going to come with a thing of instructions just like this. They're so easy to follow. And no, I'm not sponsored by We Are Memory Keepers, but if you want to, I'm here. So, but I purchased these and I just wanted to show you guys because they are really easy to use. So let's go ahead and get started. These are the ones that I've made so far. So like a large, we got our medium ones here, and then we got a small. Now these are going to depend on the density of like how much you put on there to make them thicker. So I like to leave mine with little strings when I first do them because you can come back and trim them later in case I'm going to be attaching them to something or hanging them. So if you're going to make a keychain or something like that. But if you're not going to be doing that, you could always just trim it when you tie them off. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these little guys out of the way. And let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the big one here, and we're going to go ahead and go back to gray. I want to work on the gray for the large. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your little tool like this. You're going to open both of them together. So both. So you're going to open them just like this. Now you can leave the other one shut where you work on this side, or you can just open them both at the exact same time and just have them like that. I like to work with one closed. It just kind of helps hold it. And then you want the round part up. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your string here and you're going to just kind of put it on here just like that and you want it to go upwards. So that way, whenever you cut it, it's going to be one of the ones that's up. So you're just going to do this, and then you want to take and just start wrapping. That kind of tucked down a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so you're just going to start wrapping, and you want to kind of start from one side just like this, and then keep working your way all the way over. But for me, I think this is the fastest and most affordable way. I mean, I've seen people do it with toilet paper rolls, forks, just your hands, stuff like that. But if you're going to be making a ton of these, it's definitely worth just investing because it's $5 for all 3 of these. So easy to use, and it's going to last you a very long time. So you're just going to keep wrapping this and wrapping it until you have it as thick as you want to. I like mine to be pretty thick, so I just keep going. And I'm keeping this not too tight, but pretty tight. You'll kind of get the feel of that as you do it. And I kind of try to get over here in these corners like this. So I kind of get back all the way over here. And then just keep coming. Because I like mine to be pretty thick. Once again, I get back over at this corner. So I just kind of work myself back and forth, back and forth. So let's see. So we're just going to keep going. I kind of like to get mine to where it's pretty level, like here on the bottom. I try to get a pretty good amount on here, especially for these big ones. The big ones take a lot more yarn, obviously, than the smaller ones. But like I said, I purchased these for like 70 cents, and I've already made these, so you know it still has quite a bit. You'll see how much is still left after we do this one big one. So as you can see, what I'm saying is I'm kind of building this to be kind of level here. So in the middle, I'm just kind of going back and forth until I get it nice and pretty much even. So I'm going to go ahead and go just over this way just a little bit more. All right, so see what I mean? I'm kind of trying to make that a little more level. So I think that looks pretty good to me. So whenever I stop, I bring it back up to the top. And at this point, you close it. and then you trim from the top. So you have that string hanging out this way because obviously your pom-pom strings are going to cut. So you want it up this way. All right. So now you're going to open the other side. And like I said, you can have both of these open at the same time. It don't matter. And then remember to have your little humps upward. Get your string here. And just start going again. Like I said, I kind of get one side going here. And then I'll work my way to the other side. Just trying to keep it as even as possible. But I love these. I think they're just really adorable. And you can use them, like I said, for so much stuff. And it don't really cost much. I mean, if you're going to be making your own little streamers, because you know how expensive party decor can be now. So that's why I'm trying to do like a whole, I'm going to be doing a whole series on this, creating like a whole party. So you can, the videos are going to be based upon all this decor, because you could do it with any theme. So we're going to just keep going. So I kind of get my sides built up there, and then I'll really just kind of build the center. I'm just hoping I'm staying in focus here. All right, so now I'm going to kind of focus more on the center here a little bit to try to build that up. You just don't want to really bring it over these sides here. All right, I'm going to wrap a few more on this side. All right, that looks good. So like once again, so you can see how I'm trying to just build the center there. I'm going to go ahead and you can either trim it now or close it and then trim it. Like I said, you want it to be up this way. And these are ginger scissors. I love them. They're for fabric. I love these for this project. Okay, so now this is what it looks like, just like this. So what you're going to do is, you see these are the tabs that are going to open. I like to start on this side. I take my scissors and I take like this smaller part right here and just kind of stick it right up in between these two here and just start clipping. You're just going straight down this middle, so you can see there's a little line here. You're just going straight down that. All right, so then you're going to flip it, come to the other side, and I like to do the same thing. Coming from this side. All right, so now this is what it's looking like, just like this. So then your next step is you're going to take your string again. You can either trim it or leave it on. I always like to leave it so you don't waste. So you're going to go right in the middle. So if you'll see between there, you can just stick your string straight through there. So I like to come, so you're just going to kind of pull up. Get your string pulled up. Then you're going to take your string just like this. And you're going to pull as tight as you can without breaking your string. It's really easy to break your string, so just keep pulling until you feel like it's too tight. Like that. And then you're going to knot it again. I like to knot mine 3 times. So like that. And then one more. So just kind of pulling tight like that. All right. So like I said, I like to leave little strings hanging until I figure out what I'm doing, unless you already know what you're doing. So now it looks just like this. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take one at a time. I like to do one at a time so it doesn't really pull on it. And you're just going to pop these open, just like that. So just like that, just popping them open. All right. So then, once you have them all open like this, you're just going to grab the middle and pop it right out. Then I kind of take it in my hands just like this and roll it around. And there you go. So the last thing that you'll have, so you can see how full that is just by adding that much. So then what you're going to do, and we'll do that here in just a second, you kind of get it moved around and you're going to come back and just take your scissors and get any long pieces that are sticking up. So you'll just kind of go around like that. And what I like to do is just kind of do this so I can see where my longer pieces are. So as I'm just going around the ball, I just kind of, and this really helps fluff it up as well. So you're just going to keep going all the way around just like that until you're happy with it. All right, so you're gonna keep going with that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you 4. So that way we don't make a super long video. What I like to do once I kind of get it trimmed down, I just take my fingernails like this and just kind of pull with the ball and just kind of shaking it. Just rubbing my fingernails just to kind of open them ends of them threads. And it just kind of helps make it fuller. All right, and then you can always go back and trim again. So that's what that looks like, just like that. And obviously this still needs more trimming, but I just want to show you. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's do the medium one. All right, so, and then to put this back together, all you're gonna do is just pop the center back together like this. Just like that. And then you just close your, and you're done. And you can put it up to store it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the medium one. So this time I'm gonna show you just having them both open. Just like this. So you just want to always have the hump up when whichever side you're working on. So let's go ahead and do a purple for this medium size one. All right, so once again, your hump is up. You're going to lay your piece of thread coming up off that hump and then just start wrapping. All right. Kind of getting this one side going, and then once again you're going to come down. Now these do not use, the medium and the small don't hardly use any yarn, so it doesn't require too much. So you're just going to keep, and I've seen that people are doing rugs and stuff too, so we'll have to do that and test it out. All right, so I'm just continuing to wrap all the way around, and you'll see how much faster these guys are going to go. So I like to make sure I get around my ends there really well. Now, once again, just like the big one, I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to kind of get this more even with these two, just kind of layering up that center there. All right, so that looks good. So see how fast that was? So you're going to go ahead and pop that guy down. Take your scissors, clip. All right. I'm just throwing these everywhere. All right, so then you're going to go to the next side here, and we're already ready to go. So you got your humps up, put your string up, and then wrap, wrap, wrap. Whoop. All right, so just going to keep wrapping. Yeah, these ones, like I've said, probably about 150 times. These ones are really fast. But these would be cute for Easter, too, doing the little bunny's tails on stuff. All right, just like before, like I've talked about, just kind of keeping that even. I'm going to go ahead and shut it. Pull my string up, trim it. Okay, so once again, it looks just like this. So like I said, I like to start, so instead of taking this side right here with the openings, I like to come on the opposite side. It just has a better way to get in here. Take my scissors, just get right in between there. Snip all the way down. All right, then flip it over. Start on that same side. And just clip it all the way up. All right, so now you're going to take your string again. You're going to come right in that center. Take your string here. All right, and like I said, I like to kind of tug it in there just a little bit like that. All right, then we're going to tie it 3 times once again. Just pull, like I said, not too much to where it's going to break, but you want it pretty tight. As tight as you can get it without breaking, if that makes sense. All right, so one more, because like I said, I like to do 3. All right, just like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trim my thread. All right, once again, you're just going to take them one at a time. Just like that. Popping them up. All right, and then you're going to grab it and pop it right out. And then once again, you're just going to take it, roll it in your hands. And there you go. And then you'll want to take that the same way and just trim all the way until they're all done, and then take your fingernails and just really get that worked up. I've seen people too to take their ends of their scissors like this and kind of pick at it too. That also helps. So whichever way that you prefer. All right, so once again, to put these back together, you're just going to pop that together, and that's ready for storage. All right, so let's go ahead and try, move these down so you guys can see these little guys. All right, so let's try another one. Let's do a little, let's try the little blue one again. All right, so we're gonna take our small one. It looks just like this, really tiny. Kind of fits in the palm of your hand like that. All right, so we're gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna leave the one side closed and just have the open. I've got the little humps up, and then we're gonna take our string. But you can see, like, look how much string is left after doing the big ones. We just did the purple, so you can see how much you get from these little 99-cent packages. Okay, so put the little string on, getting it going. I just kind of hold that string down for just a minute. All right, and then going all the way around. But I remember I used to make a ton of these when I was a kid with a fork. I swear I constantly had a fork in my hand, running around making these little things. All right, so just the same thing, going all the way around, just trying to build up till that center seems pretty even. All right, so just like that, like I've tried to explain before, so I'm just kind of making it more flat at the bottom. All right, bringing my string up, shutting it. Gonna trim it. All right, we're gonna pop open the other side. Humps up, string down, and wrap, wrap, wrap. So like I said, you can see how fast these little ones, they just move right along. You could sit on the couch and watch some TV, or if you're at the doctor's office and do these. They're really fun. So definitely something to do with your time if you need something to do. So we're just gonna kind of keep going all the way around, just building that till it's kind of flat on the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna shut it and cut the string. So then it looks just like this. All right, and then we're gonna take our scissors again. I'm gonna get right in here and just take my scissors and snip, snip, snip. All right, flip it over, do the other side. All right, so then it looks just like that. Take your string, make sure you kind of pull it down in there. All right, pull them up. All right, then we're gonna tie it 3 times. There's 1. 2, and then 1 more. All right, so then we're gonna trim it. And then same thing, so you're just gonna one at a time, pop these little guys open. Kind of get my string out of the way. The only thing about having these little strings, they get in your way. All right, popping these guys open, grabbing it from the middle. And there you go, just like that. You're gonna rub it with your hands. All right, so then the same thing, you would set here. Let me put these back together. Just pop them together. Just like that, fold them over, and it's ready to be stored. Okay, so then, let me move my string out of the way here. All right, you do the same thing. So you're just taking your, wherever you've got them kind of sticking up here, you just want to carefully go around and get all those trimmed off, all those little long pieces. Just kind of fluffing as you go so you can see them pop up. All right, let's say that looks good to me for now. We'll try the scissors. So you're gonna take your scissors and just take the tip of them and just go all the way across the top like this. Just kind of pushing back and forth. Just get you a small section here. Just kind of working it. It's just kind of fraying those ends and making it more fluffy. So I'll show you the difference just a second with the other one when you do this. All right. All right, so now that I've done that, I can see a few long pieces that's popping out here. All right, and then carefully get some of this fuzz off. All right, just say that I was happy with this, and hopefully you guys will be able to pick up the detail here to be able to see the difference when you kind of fluff them like that. So, I'm not too sure if you guys can pick that up or not, but anyways, but it just really helps whenever you fluff them out like that. Okay, so there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.